How's everyone doing here today? Thank you for watching. It's a nice early morning out, pretty quiet, except for the birds. Birds are out in full swing, and somebody once put out a post on social media. I don't know who the actual writer of it was, but it went as, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they treat animals. And I think by now you know exactly where I'm going with this, because we had the recent book that came out from Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, who clearly isn't a good person, and this recent book of hers kind of illustrates that even more. Is that she at one point owned a dog named Cricket. I forget the breed name, but it was a puppy. It was 14 months old, and she was training it to be a hunting dog. And long story short, as you've already heard by many other critics, is that she took it to a gravel pit and killed it. And it's bad enough that she did this. What's even more is that she actually puts it in a book thinking that it's going to be some type of way to boost her image, make her seem like a better person. No, quite the opposite. And you even got Republicans and conservatives on the right that are looking at her like, what's wrong with you and everything and stuff like this. And of course, like another twisted MAGA head, she did what most of them do, tries to play the victim or go on Sean Hannity. I only watched the snippet of the video, so I don't know word for word. But right away she's like, oh, the fake news media said, no, it was an adult dog. It was 14 months old. I checked with different sources. It was a puppy. You're lying. Of course you're lying, because you got nothing. There's no excuse for this type of behavior and stuff like that. To her, she framed it as, I don't remember the exact words, but sometimes you have to make tough decisions. True, but in a case like this, you also have options. For example, you could have just brought the puppy back to whatever shelter or pet store that you got it from. You could have just put it up for adoption. Just put an ad on in the paper. Years ago, my family and I, we adopted a stray dog. Turns out she was pregnant. She had 7 puppies. And after they were old enough, we put ads in the paper and people came out and adopted them. Didn't take that long. Pretty simple. That was a choice. Or here's the thing. Since you claim to be this leader, that you're so strong, you could have put in the effort to train the dog. You could have hired a professional trainer. Point is, you had options. Okay? That your final resort was just not only cruel, but just totally batshit crazy and everything and stuff like that. And I guess I'm not all that surprised. This is the same Kristi Noem who's a liar, an adulterer, total MAGA head, and a suck up to Donald Trump, and, likes to pivot and try and go to Biden, when the Trump criticism comes in, but she is also a forced birther, where when it comes to rape and incest, she's more than happy to say, oh no, the child, we don't want the abortion there, we don't want to make that exception, because she describes it as, we don't want to add another tragedy to an already existing tragedy. It seems logical on the surface, but deep down, it is just also another sign of cruelty. It's also hypocrisy, because it shows that, like I've given in examples before, she's anti-abortion, she's not pro-life, and this killing of a puppy only further illustrates that, okay? She is about power, she is cruel, and she's, to me, just mean, and it's almost like sociopathic. When I see her talking and everything, she hardly smiles, she hardly shows any expression, she has kind of a dead stare and everything. I don't even know what's wrong with this woman. I really don't. The fact that you thought that this was somehow a good thing to talk about, on the flip side, I'm kind of glad you did, because it kind of shows, the world just what a POS that you really are. You really are a horrible person to do something like that. But that's kind of what MAGA has become, It's like a race to the bottom. More sick and twisted that you can be, the more, effective that you are. And, of course, suck up to Donald Trump. But supposedly she was a VP candidate, and I could be off on this, but I heard even Trump is kind of looking at her, with a raised eyebrow, saying, okay, maybe not. You really, to get disgust from Donald Trump, you really would have had to have effed up. So, I don't know if when she's up for re-election, in November or at a later date, but South Dakotans, if you really get the chance, I hope you see this woman for the freak of nature that she is, and not a good person. And she is not a leader. She doesn't care about the people in her state, let alone the country. So she's willing to strip away rights, abortion rights, and the fact that she's a woman doing it also illustrates her hypocrisy, and the fact that she just does not care. Vote her out as soon as you can. Please, do a favor, and just keep her out of politics. You came in my area and I owned a restaurant, you walked in, I would tell you to get the hell out. Oh, and I'd be brazen about it. I'd be like, take your puppy-killing ass and get out of my restaurant. I don't want you in here. Make her feel as unwelcome as possible, because that to me is just really is messed up. Like, Christy, what the hell is wrong with this woman? If you really honestly look at this and defend it, then I don't know. It's, by all means, leave a comment and, tell me why, because frankly, I don't see any of this. And if you think I'm wrong, ask yourself once, Joe Biden, he's had problems with his dogs and their behavior in the past. What if he shot them? Would you defend him as well? I don't think so. And I know Fox will be having a meltdown over that one as well. So, let's be real here, okay? As I said in the beginning, you can tell a lot about a person's character, the way they treat animals, and Kristi Noem is pretty much clone Sheely, the type of degenerate that she is. Vote her out and get it over with, please, okay? If I was there, I would have just adopted the dog and said, Kristi, give it to me, I'll raise it. See? It's called humanity. Look it up. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand. It's important that you do.